Good evening, all. Okay, let's
Good evening,
start. So, related to the programming, so we learn about how we can use variables in programming last day. So, we basically discuss about the balloon example. I hope you can remember this Ben and balloon example. If you were not there in the class, don't worry. So, I'll explain this from the beginning. So, don't worry, I'll teach you some new concept today. So, which is not directly related to this, but still, so you can understand this part with today's exercise, right? Okay, the variable, basically variable is a memory location which is used by the programmer to store something changing. Basically, let's say you have a mug. So if you have a mug in your table, it can contain, right? It can contain, let's say this is a mug and you can see this mug can contain variable amount of water. Maybe it can be full of water, it can be half, or it can be quarter, or it can be somewhere here. Likewise, the variable amount of water can be there in the mug. So that depends. We cannot tell the exact figure, but it is changing. Time to time, the value will be, if I drink some water here, so then the amount will drop. If I put some water from another mug, then what will happen? The amount will increase. So variable is like this. So remember this mug as a variable. You can put different values into this mug, different times. So that is the concept. In variable, you can put different values, different times, right? This value can be changing, but it is not possible to put two values in one time. A particular specific given time, it can contain only one value. දෙන වෙලාවක එක value එකක් විතරයි. So here, so in this stretch programming today, there are no rules for naming, no big rules actually. So there are few concerns, but no specific rules in declaring variables, but especially in programming, there are some rules, real programming. So we will learn real programming in future. So then that case today, we need to know about the variable naming rules. So must be a meaningful name. So that is obviously, it is good to use a meaningful variable name, and spaces between words should be avoided, right? But the thing is, like in real programming, you can't use spaces. But here you can use, in Scratch you can use, but normally we are not using spaces. No special symbols, starting with simple or capital letter, and better to avoid keywords, right? Better to avoid keywords or reserved words. When you want to declare a variable, let's start Scratch programming now. I'm going to create a new program. Okay, start creating. This lesson is interesting. I don't know why your students, like sometimes because of late night or sometimes due to power cut. So some are not coming to the classes these days, right? I don't know, maybe due to the examination, right? The term tests are there, no? Some are studying for term tests, I know that. So they are here worrying about the term test marks. But don't skip classes, right? Okay, so let's define. You have variable section here. You can use the same Stretch online interface. If you want, I can send the link. This is the link. Okay, let's define a variable. Variable here. You can declare new way, make a variable. So variable can be made available for all sprite or only for one sprite. You can share the variable value between more. So you can add any number of sprites. No sprites. You can share that variable among the sprites, or you can make private sprite only sprite related variables. So let's make a common one. I'm going to keep number one. Num1 is a variable. It's common for all sprite. Click OK. And you can see here num1. And I'm going to do something like this. Let's say I'm going to events when flag click. I want when flag click. I want this motion. I want to go x0 y0 position, that initial position. Then when I click up arrow, when I press up arrow, I want to change this number 1. I want to increase that. Let's go to variables. I want to increase, change number 1 by 1. When I press the up arrow. When I press the down arrow from the event, when I press the down arrow, I want to change that variable by -1. Change num1 by -1. Okay, now you can see when I press up arrow, it's adding 1, right? 13, 15, 16, 21, 20. When I press down arrow, it's decreasing. When I press up arrow, it's increasing. I want the cat to move up and down when I press this. So how can I set that? When I press up arrow, I want the cat to go up. When I press down arrow, I want cat to go down. How to do that? Yes?
Change y by 10.
Yeah, you can do like that, or you can just do something like this, right? You can, okay, I'll put forever. Forever means always you need to do what? Forever, change this x. I can say go to x and y. I'm going to set the y value as number 1. Now what will happen? Y value means up, down. When I press, when I press this and up arrow, you can see the cat is moving up. When I press down arrow, cat is moving down. Very simple. I'm changing the y value according to the variable given here. And maybe I can increase this. Maybe I can use the number multiplied by 5. Then the y value is changed, number multiplied by 5. Then what will happen?
It will go more faster.
Let's go faster. 5 by 5. You can see here. It's going down. Going up. 0 here. Okay, can you do the same for the other direction, the x direction? When I press the right arrow, left arrow, x direction need to be changed. Then y direction, when I press the right arrow, left arrow, I need to change the x direction. So let's do it. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Who can show me the steps? Can you share and show me the steps? Anyone like to guide me? Can you show the steps?
Sir, I have connection problems, so I joined from phone.
All right. Nadun Kosala. Yes. Can you? Lakshya? Anyone? Come on. Okay. Just show me the steps. Okay, Nadun, I can see. Right. Okay. When I press okay, down arrow, and when I press the right arrow and the left arrow, you have 2 variables. So what are these 2 variables? That is this x and y. Okay. So what you're going to do? From the variables, you are going to change. When I up arrow is pressed, change what? Change y by 1. Okay. Down arrow, change y by -1. Change y by -1. So he has used x and y that is meaningful than my variables. That is good. When right arrow is pressed, change x by +1. And when the other arrow, the left arrow is pressed, change x by -1. Right. That's it. And you can speed up by multiplying x and y by 5, right? I prefer if you can multiply x and y by 5. Go to x and y. Can I just multiply? No, not this one. The values here in the forever. Otherwise, it will go 1 by 1. No? Just multiply that by 5. Or one simple thing is you can say change by 5 minus 5, that is also okay. Right? Another alternative way of doing that. Change y by 5 and x y by minus 5. And x by 5 and x by minus 5. That will also do the same task. So let's see that. Press the flag and then yeah, you can see it's moving up, down, and right and left. Up, down, right and left.
Sir,
Yes.
down arrow and right arrow he said.
Down,
Not-
down arrow.
And right arrow he put the code block set, not change.
Not changing.
Yes.
Is it? Change, not set. You need change. You have to set me, set dala diyena change down. Okay, other one also here, the y value is also, it's you have put set. This is also wrong. Need to change. Minus 5. Change y by minus 5, I guess. Be careful with the coding, do it with a sense. Now it should work. Okay, it's moving 4 directions. Now you can see. But that is simple. That is not difficult, right? That is simple. Only thing is you have to duplicate this and duplicate this as well. And then you need another variable. Let's say num2 is the second variable. And I'm going to use change num1 down arrow. This is now the right arrow. I'm changing number 2 by 1 and I'm changing 2 by minus 1. Left arrow. And here I'm doing some other way. I'm doing this by multiplying number 2 by 5. For the motion, I'll add some more stepping. You refresh and you can see right, left, up, down, it's working, right? So I can define another variable. Let's make it interesting. Speed. Speed is another variable. So initially I'm setting the speed, set the speed to 1. That speed I can use here instead of 5, and instead of this 5 I can use the speed. Right now you can see the cat is slow. Right, when I press the flag, cat is slowly moving. Here, very slow movement. But if I make the speed high, let's say speed is 10, then cat is, you can see, it's moving faster. I have to only change the speed, right? Cat is moving faster. Let's make it 40. Then cat is even moving more faster. You can see, suddenly moving more faster. So if I make it like 100, you can see cat is flying. Right? You can keep changing. So that is what variable is. It can hold only one value at a time. Okay, let's do some interesting work now. So this is what we have learned last day about the variables. අපි අද ඉගෙන ගමු තව වෙනස් දෙයක්. I think we have to learn about the nested if-else statement. Nested if-else statement. So let's do this using this exercise. Okay. This is not homework. Let's do this now in the classroom itself. Create a program to enter 3 marks. So please read it carefully. Create a program with 3 marks, mathematics, English, and science. Display the total and average. Find the grade based on the following criteria and display it back. If average is greater than or equal to 75, then grade is A. If average is greater than or equal to 60, then grade is B. 50 grade is C, and 40 grade is S, otherwise F. So shall we do this? Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. Let's see who's the fastest to do that. I'll give you 5 minutes. So let's start now and let's see who's the fastest. Don't worry, I'll explain. I'm explain karna, but I need you to try out. I'll give you 5 minutes. Right. First of all, you need to input 3 subjects, right? So yes, it says you need to input mathematics, English, science. Okay, let's erase this. Let's take new one. So it's easy. Then delete it. Let's take new one. You need 3 subjects. Already 1 minute passed, right? For deleting. So give me that 1 minute, right? So you need 3 subjects. So maths and science and English. Maths, science, English. Those are the 3 subjects. And let's get the value. So you have to get the marks after clicking this, enter maths mark, and get the answer and set it to the maths variable, right? Set maths to maths. Let's copy and duplicate 2 times. Duplicate again. And I need to edit this to science, SCIENCE, and here English. So the answer need to be set to the science variable this time. And this time it's for the English variable. Right. Finally, you have to find out the average, AVG, and a set average. And average should be, you have to add these numbers. What you need to add? You have to add English, maths, and science. And finally, you have to divide that by 2, right? 3, because 3 subjects, you have to divide that by 3 to find the average. And that is the average. And based on average, you have to take the decisions. Already 1 minute go. And based on average, you have to take a decision. And that is using the control if. So what is the control? You have to check whether the average is greater than or equal, right? Both need to check. So greater than or equal to. So what is the value? The greater, whether it is greater than 75, the average. 2 minutes gone. Average greater than 75 or equal to 75. Okay, that is again the average. If it is greater than or equal to 75, I'm going to duplicate that if. Put it. I need if and else both, right? So it's wrong. Control if else both. Already 2 minutes gone. Duplicate it again. Else part, you need to put another check and duplicate it again. And else part, you need to put another one and duplicate again. And I think we should go to the else part here. Okay, let's check. So what do you need to do? 3 minutes gone. You have only 5 minutes. From the looks, you have to say average greater than or equal to 75, then grade is A. Average greater than or equal to 60. 60 here, 60 here. And grade is B. Average greater than or equal to 50. Then the grade is C. Average greater than or equal to 40. greater than or equal to 40, then radius S, and if not, radius SF. 4 minutes gone. Grade is F. Okay, the work done. Press this, enter maths marks, English marks, science marks, and grade is S because average is 45. Let's try it again. Science, English, maths, and 77.33 grade is A. Let's try it again. So 65, its grade is B. Okay, I'm done. Only 4 minutes. Right? So likewise, you should be able to do this now faster and implement this, right? Okay, I'll give you time. So you are good copiers. You have copying ability. So I invite you to copy now. Right, the next one is, now we have learned two basic control structures. The control structure one is sequence. The control structure two is selection. And the next one is we need to learn another control structure, which is the third one, which is repetition. So please write down third control structure, it is repetition. Under that, please write, this is the third control structure in programming. Based on a condition, the same set of instructions are executed repetitively. Based on the condition, the same set of instructions are executed repetitively. There are three ways of implementing this in Scratch programming. The method one is forever. Repeat endlessly. Repeat endlessly. Second one, repeat limit. Limit is an integer and it will repeat the given number of times. The third one, repeat until a condition. Repeat until a condition. This will repeat until a given condition. So that is the third way of repetition. So let's learn about that now. So please write down this in your book and let's learn about this repetition now. I hope you have finished writing. So you have to tell that when once you're done, tell it. Right, okay. So let's see. So these three loops, I'm going to remove this code now. Okay, let's take a new one, it's easy. Okay, the first one is in the events, the first one that you can take is this. That is basically this in the control, you have something called forever. So if you do something forever, it will happen forever. That's all. So let's remove this cat. I don't need this cat anymore. So instead of that, I'm going to take a ball. Choose a sprite and I'm going to take a ball. It's a ball. Okay, now there's a ball. And what I'm going to do from the event, when flag click, control forever. So I'm going to move the ball to 10 steps, move ball to 10 steps forever. When I click the flag, it's moving 10 steps. But at the end, it will stop. So what I can do is I can just bounce at the end. To do that, I have here if on edge bounce. You know, it happening forever. You can see the ball is moving to both corners forever. It's not stopping. It's moving forever. And if you want to create an angle, but let's say you want to create angle when it hit the wall, you need to create an angle. So that can be done by turn after hitting, can turn, move 10 steps. They need arbitrary angle. If edge bounce. Okay, let's turn 15 degrees and see what will happen. As you can see, it's rotating in the same place, right? Because the angle is 15 degrees, rotating in the same place. I need to hit and then change the angle. If hit the edge, if on edge bounce, move 10 step, and if on edge bounce, okay, let's turn the degrees, but let's make it random. Pick a random between 1 to 10. So let's see what will happen. Now you can see it's moving arbitrary way. Cannot exactly tell where it moves, but it bounces and moving here and there. So it's randomly happening. It's always it's happening, and you can see the ball is moving here and there, and it's unpredictable. The movement is unpredictable. Or you can, other than ball, you can use a fly or butterfly to move like this. The ball is not really good to move like this, but if you have butterfly or some kind of like, let's see, let's take another one. Maybe let's take, oh, there's a butterfly. There's a butterfly here also. So let's use dinosaur, no, dragonfly. Okay, let's use dragonfly. And make it small. Let's make size 40 or size 20. Let's make it smaller. And the code I can copy by dragging it to the dragonfly. I can drag the same code to dragonfly. Go to the ball and drag the code to dragonfly. Then dragonfly will also get that code. Let's see that now. And you can see the dragonfly is, but it is a tracy dragonfly. You can see it's not moving. Instead of that, it's going here and there. Forever means something like this. Forever means always happening, something like this, you can see. Let's make it smaller, further small, 3. And now I think you don't see that ugly because you cannot see the fly properly. And you can keep duplicates, right? Like you can keep on adding duplicates. So let's say a few duplicates. And let's remove the ball now. When I start, you can see. Now what? Now you can see the real scenario. Can you see in the stream? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Very small,
Yes, sir.
very small code, but it makes a sensible animation. It's like mosquitoes, you can define as flies or mosquitoes. Okay, so we can, let's add a background. I would like to add okay, let's add some natural background. Okay. So small code. So you can try. This is forever loop. Forever means not stopping, it's going. It's moving and it's going continuously. It's not repeating. Be innovative, try to do something innovative. No need to do the same. So it's just, I think I didn't plan even. I just wanted to show something and I just added the code and that code gives me these results. Maybe raindrops. You can try to pour raindrops. This way, right? Okay, so next thing is the limited number of steps. So let's do this. Let's remove this code. And instead of forever, I'm using, repeat 10 times. Or repeat 15 times, repeat 100 times, repeat 20 times, any number you name, you give the number. Repeat 30 times. I'm going to repeat this 30 times and now it's going to stop after 30 times. So let's stop this and play this. Now you can see it's repeating 30 times only, and after that it will stop. Only 30 occurrences. After the 30th occurrence, it will stop. Still it's running. After the 30th occurrence, it will stop. Because I have tried for 30 times. So that is the next one. And so let's use this meaningful way, a sensible way. I just want to draw some drawing. I just want to use some drawing. So I'm using pen here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pen down and set pen color to some color. Change pen, if you don't need, change pen color by 10. Okay, let's apply that. And let's move 100 steps and turn random number. So let's see what will happen. Oh. So there are some more flies. I have to stop them. Okay. Here it is. So let's try. I have to clear all before I begin. Go to the pen, clear all, erase all. This I would like if I use 10. And you can see it's 30 times, stop in here because it's limited. 30 times, stop in here. So let's put a random turn, random decrease between 120 to 170. And the gap that I want to move is like 50 steps. So let's do that now. You can see it's drawing some arbitrary shape. So let's use another background like this. Now you can see it's drawing some arbitrary shape. Right? So let's increase the number to 100 and let's change the color, change pen color by 10. Each round you have to change the pen color by 30, maybe more color change. Each time it's changing the color. Right, you can see. This set color, I need to set it to the beginning and later change the color. Now you can see the colorful drawing. Okay, this is limited. The second thing, the limited thing. You can experiment on this, right? You can experiment on this. And the third one is until some condition. Repeat until. Repeat until. Right? You can say repeat until it hits the boundary. Repeat until you can say from the operations. Okay. Repeat until X position. Repeat until the X position greater than 200. Do the same. There's a condition. I'll explain these things. Don't worry. I just want to demonstrate that today. Next day I'll explain. Now see. It's continuing, but when X exceeds the value 200, it stops. Until that, it starts drawing. Tam X 200 when X exceed 200, still not 200, you can see X are minus values, so it will continue, it will continue. X minus, it will continue, still minus, will continue. Not sure when he is going to exceed the value. All are minus values, so it's going to continue like this. I think it's not going to stop since rotating here and there. But if it exceeds, if it goes to this direction, it will stop. So condition still not met. So let's keep drawing the lines. Let's see. Oh no. The X value is still sometimes going to stop now. Oh yes, it exceeded. 206 exceeded. You can see. Right? Likewise, you can set or repeat until a certain condition. That is the third thing. There are three things. Forever is one thing. The second thing is you give a limit. The third thing is you give a condition. Forever එකක් දුන්නොත් දිගටම වෙනවා. limit එකක් දුන්නොත් ඒ limit එක විතරක් වෙනකන් වෙනවා. condition එකක් දුන්නොත් ඒ condition එක meet වෙනකන් යනවා. Right? Likewise, though this is similar to some screensaver, you can think of drawing screensaver nicely using this concept. Give a try. You can do it, but just give a try. I just want to demonstrate what we can do using this. Next day, I'll discuss more about this. So practice and come. Good night. See you all next week.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
All right.